So think of today's deep dive as like your shortcut to making those connections smoother, more comfortable.
That's a good way to put it. We basically distilled some really practical advice for you.
Okay.
We're focusing on 5 essential English conversational phrases. Think of it like an instant upgrade kit for sounding more natural.
An upgrade kit. I like that.
Yeah.
And our guide here is Teacher Sam, right? She shared these tips.
Yeah, Teacher Sam, some really useful insights, especially if English isn't your first language, or even if it is and you just want to connect better.
Yeah, got it. So the mission.
Pretty straightforward, really. We're going to unpack these 5 phrases,
Okay.
look at what they mean, sure, but also why they work so well, you know.
The psychology behind them almost.
Sort of, yeah. And make sure you feel confident using them yourself. We just want you to feel more connected, less kind of overwhelmed in social situations.
Makes sense. All right, let's dive in. First one. It's been ages. We hear it all the time. What's the secret sauce there?
Well, okay, on the surface, it's just a casual way, maybe more enthusiastic, to say, it's been a long time.
Right. Since we last saw each other. Simple.
But it's more than just stating a fact.
Right.
You know, it's got feeling.
Yeah, you're right. It's like a verbal high five or something.
Yeah, maybe.
It just injects that warmth, that friendliness straight away. It says, hey, wow, good to see you. Sets a really positive tone.
Precisely. It signals you value that connection, that person. Think about that little exchange Teacher Sam shared.
Oh, yeah, the Alex and Lucy one. Alex goes, hey, Lucy, wow, is that really you?
Right. And Lacey's reply, Alex, oh my goodness, it's been ages. You can almost, like, hear the surprise and the delight, can't you?
Totally. And Teacher Sam's tip about how to say it, that's key, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Say it with excitement, with a smile. The delivery is, well, it's almost everything. And she even suggests maybe drawing out the word ages a bit, like it's been ages.
Yes.
Yeah, it just amplifies that feeling, you know?
Yeah.
The time passed, the joy of reconnecting, adds that emotional punch.
Okay, so for you listening, maybe picture someone, an old friend you haven't seen for a bit.
Yeah.
Imagine seeing them. Now just try saying it out loud, maybe quietly, with some feeling. It's been ages. How have you been? Feel how that lands.
It's about getting comfortable with that rhythm, that emotion. Okay, so we've had that initial spark. How do we keep it going?
Good question. How do we move past the wow moment?
That brings us right to phrase number 2. What are you up to these days?
Yes. That feels like a logical next step. You said hello, acknowledge the time gap. Now what?
Exactly. You want to gently find out what's going on in their life now.
So what's the real purpose behind asking that?
Well, at its core, it's basically an open invitation for them to share.
Open, yeah. Not too specific.
Right. It could be work, hobbies, family, travel, you know, whatever's current for them. It shows you're genuinely interested in their present, not just the past.
Right. It shows you're actually invested, not just being polite. Teacher Sam had that little example too, right?
Yep. Lucy asks Alex, so tell me, what are you up to these days?
And Alex says, I'm working at a tech company and learning photography on weekends. Boom. Simple. Opens doors.
Exactly. So many ways the conversation could go from there. And Teacher Sam also points out there are other ways to phrase this, right?
Oh, yeah. Alternatives. Like, what have you been up to lately?
Yeah, that feels maybe a little more informal.
And just the broader, how's everything going? Which could cover, well, anything.
All useful tools.
Yeah.
Depends on the situation, the person.
Definitely. Good to have options in the toolkit.
For sure. So here's a little thing you can try. Just, you know, maybe look in the mirror or just ask yourself, what am I up to these days? And then answer it. Briefly, like you were telling that friend. Feels a bit odd maybe, but it's good practice. Helps you formulate your own updates quickly. Builds fluency.
Right. Practice answering it yourself. Smart. Okay, so we've reconnected, shown interest. What if we actually want to see them again? Properly.
Okay. That leads us nicely into phrase number 3. We should catch up sometime.
Catch up. That phrase itself is key, isn't it?
Totally. It means, you know, updating each other, filling in the gaps since you last really talked.
So the whole phrase, we should catch up sometime, it's like a gentle suggestion.
Exactly. Friendly, low-pressure suggestion for a future meeting, for a longer chat than maybe you can have right there on the street corner.
Perfect for those surprise run-ins. You want to say, let's talk more, but maybe can't sort out details right then?
Precisely. Teacher Sam's example nails this.
Alex says, it's really great seeing you again.
And Lucy replies, yeah, we should catch up sometime. See? Light, easy, signals interest, no immediate pressure.
And doesn't Teacher Sam have tips for, like, making it a bit more solid if you want to.
Yeah, you can add little follow-ups, like maybe next week. Or even just, I'll text you.
Okay. Shows a bit more intention.
Right, without being pushy. And it's often used right at the end of these brief meetings, kind of a positive way to part ways but leave the door open.
Gotcha. So, listener, let's try this. Say it aloud, warmly. It was so nice to see you. We should catch up sometime.
Feel the lightness of it.
Yeah. Now maybe add a bit more intent. Hey, let's catch up over lunch soon. Notice the shift.
Exactly. It's about understanding those little nuances, the level of commitment implied. Okay, ready for a more specific invitation?
Let's do it. Phrase 4.
Number 4 is, let's grab coffee.
Oh, yeah. This one feels so standard now, doesn't it? Like
Yeah.
the default setting for suggesting a meetup.
It really is. It's become incredibly common. But what's the underlying meaning?
Well, it's not always literally just coffee, right?
Not at all. It might be coffee, it could be tea, maybe a quick bite. But the real meaning is simply, let's meet up for a relaxed, informal chat.
Right. The beverage is secondary. It's about the casual meeting itself.
Precisely. It's just a really easy, low-stakes way to suggest getting together. Good for people you know, good for new contacts too. Teacher Sam notes how often native speakers use it.
Yeah, for reconnecting, networking, just chatting. What was the example?
Lissy says, it was awesome bumping into you today.
And Alex comes back with, absolutely, let's grab coffee this week and catch up.
Okay.
It's direct, friendly, sets a relaxed tone.
Yep. And the beauty of it, as Teacher Sam points out, is how flexible it is.
Yeah. You don't have to say coffee.
Exactly. You can swap it out easily. Let's grab lunch.
Let's grab a drink.
Let's grab dinner if it feels right. The structure let's grab stays, just change the object. The core idea, meeting for a chat, remains.
Super versatile. Okay, so listener, practice time again. Imagine that nice chance encounter. Now say, friendly, light, hey, let's grab coffee this weekend. Are you free Saturday?
How does that feel? Should be easy, inviting, no big deal.
Right. Not too formal. Okay, that brings us towards the end of the encounter, maybe, which leads to our last phrase.
Perfectly. Our 5th essential phrase for today is, I'm so glad we ran into each other.
Okay, ran into. That's the key part there, meaning meeting by chance, right? Unplanned.
Exactly. That verb specifies it wasn't scheduled. So the whole phrase, when you say it at the end of that kind of meeting, what's it doing?
It's expressing, like, genuine happiness about the unexpected meeting.
Precisely. Pleasure, maybe a little surprise still.
Yeah.
It's just a really warm, lovely way to wrap up that unplanned chat. Makes the other person feel good, feel valued.
It's like saying, wow, this was a nice surprise, and I genuinely enjoyed it. Teacher Sam's example fits perfectly here.
Yeah, Alex says, it's been really nice seeing you.
And Lucy finishes with, yeah, I'm so glad we ran into each other. Take care. Simple, heartfelt, leaves things on a really positive note.
Absolutely. And Teacher Sam really stresses saying this one with sincerity. Let that genuine feeling come through. It's often just the perfect closer for those serendipitous moments.
Okay, final practice for you listening. Think of someone. Seeing them unexpectedly would just make your day. Now try saying, I'm so glad we ran into each other today. Yeah, again, maybe with a smile in your voice. Seriously, it made my day. I'm so glad we ran into each other.
You can feel that warmth, can't you? It's a great final touch.
Definitely add something personal. Okay, so those are the 5 phrases. But Teacher Sam had some extra tips too, right? For like general fluency.
Yeah, a few bonus tips to really help integrate these and just boost overall conversational flow.
Great. Always good to have practical steps. What's the first one?
Simply start using them in your real conversations.
Just jump in.
Yeah, don't aim for perfection right away. Just try weaving them in naturally. The more you actually use them, the more comfortable they'll feel. Practice makes, well, not perfect, but better.
Makes total sense. Real-world practice is unbeatable. Okay, tip number 2.
Record yourself.
Oh, okay. Saying the phrases.
Yeah, saying the phrases, maybe even short dialogues using them. Then listen back. It might feel a bit weird at first,
I bet.
but it's incredibly helpful for hearing your own rhythm, your tone, pronunciation. You catch things you wouldn't notice otherwise. See if you sound natural.
That's a fantastic idea, actually. Hearing yourself as others do. And the last bonus tip,
Role-playing.
like acting it out.
Basically, yeah. Imagine different scenarios. You bump into an old classmate at the supermarket, a former colleague at a cafe. Practice having a short conversation using all 5 phrases.
Oh, I see. So you link them all together in a practice run.
Exactly. Builds confidence and helps you see how they naturally flow from one to the next.
Okay, brilliant. So just to wrap up what we've covered, we looked at 5 really useful English conversational phrases.
It's been ages.
What are you up to these days?
We should catch up sometime.
Let's grab coffee.
And I'm so glad we ran into each other.
Yeah, and we didn't just define them, we looked at, like, why they work, how they make chats feel warmer, more natural, more connected.
Right. It's about the function as much as the meaning.
And the idea is, by consciously trying these out, you'll not only sound perhaps a bit more like a native speaker, but you'll actually feel more confident and, well, connected in those moments.
That's the goal. Connection and confidence.
So maybe a final thought to leave everyone with.
Yeah, how about this? Actively look for chances, just in your next few conversations this week, to try one or two of these phrases.
Okay. Be intentional about it.
Exactly. And just notice. Notice how it feels to say it. Notice the reaction. Notice how it maybe changes the interaction slightly.
Pay attention to the impact.
Yeah. Just consider how these, seemingly small bits of language can actually make a pretty big difference in how we connect with each other.